So the weekend is finally here, and I thought it would be a fun idea to do a little bit different style video with you all today and share my actual first unboxing of the Legend of Zelda 35th anniversary Game & Watch system, which of course is not what most Zelda fans were really hoping for when we talk about Zelda's 35th anniversary, because Mario obviously got a full blowout with multiple games released on the Switch that were collection packs, and in turn it had a lot of fans speculating that we would maybe see Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD in their Wii U form brought over as a combo pack to the Switch, or maybe Ocarina of Time 3DS and Majora's Mask 3DS brought over to the Switch. Well, none of that happened, but Nintendo did have an answer for us fans that at least wanted some kind of acknowledgement for the 35th anniversary, and it of course was this Game & Watch. So let's hop into the unboxing together. If it is your first time on the channel, make sure you join Sunbro Nation by subscribing below, hit the like button on this video if you enjoy it today, and make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming news. Now, full transparency here, guys, I've only done one other unboxing on the channel, so I don't have the perfect setup for it by any means, but we will go ahead and make this work. And to try to look the part as a professional unbox YouTuber, I of course have my ridiculously oversized knife here, which we are going to use to open up this packaging. And I have not looked at this at all yet. I don't know why this tape is so hard and the other one wasn't. Let me go ahead and get in through this here, but I'm very excited to actually see what the display looks like. I'm assuming it's going to be essentially the exact type of thing that we had with the Mario Game & Watch, which I do own as well. I don't know if you guys ended up picking that one up, but go ahead and share with me in the comments down below if you got that one or if you got this one. And I'm legitimately struggling with the box, but hey, we got it. All right, so let's go ahead and put some of this stuff to the side. It would actually be funny, I didn't check if the Game & Watch was in here, so it would actually be funny if this was a different package and didn't have the Game & Watch. I probably would have just left that in the video as a blooper. So here we have it here, the color screen Game & Watch Legend of Zelda edition. And you know, I'm actually excited for this thing. Like, it's cool that they gave us this. Obviously it is not what us Zelda fans really wanted for the 35th anniversary, but that being said, it's still something, and these are classic Zelda games. This is really the starting of the series. Is obviously you have the original Legend of Zelda, you have Zelda 2 Adventure of Link, and of course the infamous Zelda Link's Awakening, which you guys should have known about because it is actually out on a Switch in the form of a remaster, and I would definitely recommend playing that version over the original Game Boy version. And I think it might actually be the original Game Boy version from the color scheme here and not the DX version that was released later on the Game Boy Color. Then of course you have a different like Game & Watch style game, I guess, that you can do, and a playtime clock and a timer. So it has multiple functions, but you know, let's be real, if you're going to open this thing at all and not just leave it as a collector's item, you're probably just going to occasionally boot it up on the go if you remember to take it with you somewhere while you're traveling or something like that, or maybe just show it off to friends when they're over and things. Okay, yeah, never mind, we didn't even have to really cut that one, but I did it anyway. So oh no, okay, so there's a real mess up here, guys. I did this live on camera in front of you. The cardboard box is slightly cut from that, from doing that. So pro tip, if you want to keep your box in perfect condition, don't use a knife to open it up like I did. So that's all right though. I mean, since I'm opening this anyway, I'm not really worried about it being everything in perfect condition, but I do hope that it all stays together okay. We got some literature in here, obviously. Nothing too crazy here, just a user guide. I'm pretty sure we can figure out how to work this thing without having to read through any of the manuals, which is funny that they actually still include manuals in here, because it seems like nowadays you don't get a manual for anything, including the games, which, you know, I used to love that back in the day, is actually reading through an art book of a physical game when you would buy it. But, you know, to save on cost, it sounds like everything in terms of manuals and guides or anything like that that ships with physical games is just not a thing anymore. So we have a little charging cable here. I will say that I love the fact that they have the Triforce on the packaging itself. It just makes it look really nice, and obviously it's a glossy black reflective thing that you can go ahead and leave it in if you'd like. I don't think we're going to need to charge this to power it on. Hopefully we don't, because I definitely didn't plan ahead for that if we do. But here it is. Good look here if you guys can hopefully have that in focus. And I saw somewhere online that supposedly this Triforce on the back actually lights up, so I'll go ahead and see if we can figure out how to do that. But let's power this guy on. I think it's on the side here. Okay, so that's already really cool. I don't know if that came through on the camera mic or not, but basically it was the chest open sound whenever you actually turn this on for the first time. So we'll go ahead and press the start button here. And then of course we have our classic Link artwork. Oh, it wants me to do the time. Oh, okay, so time. We have a... What's going on here? Okay, so apparently if you press the time, it just goes to a little cutscene of the first original Legend of Zelda and Link coming through. I will say the one thing that I do... Let me get this up a little bit closer to the camera here. I will say the one thing that I do enjoy about these Game & Watch devices is the fact... Yeah, look at that. You kind of have a little glow there. I don't know if that's actually lit up right now. Seems like it kind of is. The screen quality on these things is what I was going to say. That's actually... It's fairly impressive. I think I can just go to game here and get out of this. Yeah, so if you click the game button, you'll then have, of course, your main options. Now, it's still doing a little tick in the background. It's probably because it wants me to set the time, so maybe I should do that. Go ahead and do that first. Let's see, set time. And what time is it right now? It is 5 p.m. 5:46 p.m. on Friday. I'm recording this Friday night. I'm hoping to have it up midday tomorrow at some point. So the Saturday at the time that you guys will probably be watching this. Watch it go up on Sunday, and then I just ruined my little internal schedule there. It still has this timer noise on here, but let's go ahead and jump into the original Legend of Zelda. That's definitely the one. Okay, yeah, see, I don't know if you guys can hear this through. Let me actually pull it over close to the microphone real quick. That may or may not come through in the video, but the speaker on this thing is great. The screen quality is absolutely great. It's obviously very small, but you can tell that it's current tech. It's absolutely not like just an old Game Boy looking screen. Like, it's clearly backlit. I don't think it's OLED or anything like that, but it definitely is good. So we'll do register your name. It is pretty apparent how small this thing is, though, whenever you start to go in and play. So we will name ourselves Sunbro. As long as, oh, you know what? Hopefully this one lets you do that many characters. So fortunately, it lets us name ourselves Sunbro. I hate whenever there's games that like only have like 5 characters and I can't name myself Sunbro. It's a real drag whenever that happens. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get our sword here. Now the funny thing is with the giant, you know, A-B screen and your life screen at the top, it's very apparent that this game is on a very small display. Like, you definitely are not going to be playing this thing, you know, from far distances. You're pretty much going to need to hold it right up to you to be able to see everything clearly that's going on. But this is not really for, you know, people to play these games from start to finish for the first time, I wouldn't think. Like, there's definitely better ways to do that. In fact, Nintendo Switch Online base tier, not even expansion pack, which is a whole controversial thing in and of itself, is obviously a big deal for the classic NES and SNES games. And I would definitely say if you want to play these games, to do it that way as opposed to going on this Game & Watch. But hey, at least we have the ability to do it portably if we want on this collector's item. Let's go back to the game menu screen. Oh, no, I hit the time. That is pretty cool, though. Whenever you hit time and you just want it to look like a clock, like Link's just going to play in the background, and then you're going to have the time there on screen. So that is nice. I didn't really even mess with the Mario one other than booting it up like once, so I never really got into all the features of this. Now, Zelda 2 Adventure of Link is probably one of the most controversial Zelda games ever. I would definitely say it is the one that is not a fan favorite. We're not going to do this again. We'll just... Well, you know what? We might as well. I might actually play this for a little while, so... There we have it. We're named ourselves Sunbro again, and we have, again, the most controversial Legend of Zelda game in probably the entire franchise. I would love to hear from you guys if you think there's any others. I know Triforce Heroes was not a big hit on the DS, but, you know, the interesting thing about this Zelda style is, and you see it right here, it's 2D, right? And it's also weird on how you get into combat with people. Not gonna lie, the combat's actually really hard in this game compared to other Zelda games. Like, there is a final boss fight, spoiler alert, in case you guys want to skip forward real quick. I don't think you will. This game came out in like the late 80s. But the final boss fight is against Dark Link or Shadow Link. Dark Link, right? Yeah, it's not Shadow Link. I don't know why I said Shadow Link. So you're fighting Dark Link, and he is actually like legitimately hard. Like, I remember being stuck on him for I don't know how long before I finally got past him one time just randomly when I picked it up again. But you have to, you know, do the correct jumping, dodging mechanics, shield at the right times. Like, it's definitely an intuitive combat system. But the thing that people didn't like is, you know, look at this. Link's side scrolling, he's hopping around kind of like Mario here. Like, it's definitely a different style 2D Zelda game, and they never really went back to this formula either. Like, this was the only game that you will see this. And then, well, whenever I get back out to the outside here, and you guys have already seen it obviously, but you have like the whole overworld just being top down, which is kind of strange. And then you encounter enemies and you run into them. So we won't spend any more time with Zelda Adventure of Link. We'll go ahead and shut this one off, and quickly we'll hop into probably the last thing that we'll talk about on the video, which of course is Link's Awakening. And I was right, it does look like it is definitely the Game Boy version, OG Game Boy, not the DX version, which did then add color. See, now this is one that we're not going to be able to name ourselves Sunbro because it's only like 5 characters. We'll just name ourselves Sun, all caps, like we're yelling, like I normally yell. Sometimes you guys tell me in the comments that I yell. That's actually how I talk when I'm excited about things, FYI. I do yell. Okay, though, it's a happy yell. All right, I got my shield. We have to go, of course, go actually find our sword, but you guys will definitely recognize everything in this game if you played through, of course, the Switch re-release more recently that we saw. Is that in 2019? Has it already been since 2019 the Link's Awakening was out? Yeah, it has been since 2019. That kind of blows my mind. I think that's correct. Somebody will tell me for sure if I'm wrong, but I think that came out in 2019, which is just kind of crazy to me if you think about it. Yeah, because it launched alongside of the Switch Lite. So yeah, time is flying here, guys. But definitely, if you guys are fans of any of these first 3 Zelda games that came out, it's a good way to play them. It's not the best. You should definitely be playing on your Switch if you really want to go through these entire things. But of course, this is just a collector commemorative item, so very nice. I guess we can quickly look at this whole Game & Watch thing. So you have 2 different games here, and this is OG video games right here. For those of you who don't know, Nintendo, of course, actually started putting out Game & Watches really before the NES, I believe. There's actually a really cool documentary. I think it's on some weird streaming site, and I can't remember what it's called, but they did an exclusive Nintendo documentary of their entire history, and it's really cool to see, you know, how they went from being a toy manufacturer to eventually into the video game industry, and now where they're at now. Like, they definitely have quite the story to tell. So yeah, a lot of throwback vibes here. This is like, you can see like 1 frame at a time. We talk about the Switch not being able to run at 60 frames per second. This is literally, you know, probably like a 2 frames per second type of game. It's picking up now though. But so, well, there you have it. I believe the last thing I'll say is that does light up just briefly, but I don't know if I saw somebody say something about like it's an Easter egg. So I don't know if maybe there's a way to get it to light up brighter than what that is there, but definitely overall, this is nice. You know, it's something, it's definitely not what we wanted as Zelda fans for the 35th anniversary, but it's something that, you know, you can at least hold on to as a collector. If you're like me and you are a physical collector, things like this are at least fun to have. So I would love to hear from you guys in the comments down below if you picked this up, if you're planning on picking it up, and what you thought of the video today. Because, you know, I haven't done many of these yet. I definitely typically stick to news during the week, but I do like to try to think outside the box a little bit. That's actually a good little pun there with unboxing. So I try to think outside the box a little bit on the weekend and do something a little bit different for you all. And I think, you know, I think I'm going to try to stick to the schedule on a Saturday or Sunday video, just kind of being something a little bit different. So let me know in the comments down below. Also, you know, besides if you're planning on picking this up, what you'd like to kind of see on like bonus content videos when we're not talking about news and things like that. So game room tour is in the works, by the way. It is very hard to find the time to do that right now, but once I can get an exact cleared out day, I'm definitely going to take you guys through the whole game room and show you everything that's kind of behind the scenes here. So I look forward to doing that in the future. Let me know what other kind of video ideas you guys have for me to do on these weekend ones, and let me know about your overall thoughts and impressions on the Zelda Game & Watch. Thanks so much for watching the video today, everyone. I do truly appreciate you all sticking around until the end. I do at this point in the video want to invite you all one more time to join Sunbro Nation if you haven't done so already. Do so by subscribing below, hit the like button on your way out if you enjoyed it today, and make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming news. That's going to do it for me, guys. I hope you all have a great day. Sunbro Nation, out.